Hey everybody, welcome to another warm, windy beer review with Keith's Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to do it's close to 80 degrees today. Today I'm going to do one that they say you don't do this in this type of weather, but I love them year round, and it's been out for a little while, but might still be on the shelves from Founders. They're once a year release. They're KBS, aka Kentucky Breakfast Stout. Says what we got here is an Imperial Stout brewed with massive amount of coffee and chocolates and cave aged in oak bourbon barrels for an entire year to make sure wonderful bourbon undertones come through in the finish. Makes your taste buds squeal with delight. 11.2% ABV, 70 IBUs. It says availability April. This being May, there might still be some available, but it was pretty limited in my area. I got what I could and anything. So let's get this in the glass. Moderate amount of smoke coming out of the bottle. Do a pretty aggressive pour with this. We have got, that is super dark brown, almost black, just a smidgen, not even a half a pinky of a light brown head. I know from experience it doesn't last, so let's get a nose on this baby. Okay, yeah, well, everything they say is going to be there is there. You got your bourbon, you got your chocolate, you got your coffee. Smelling really sweet. There's a lot of complexity here. There's some other flavors, some dark fruits and stuff, but there's so many flavors, it's hard to just pull them out and separate them. But primarily it's your bourbon, dark roasted malt, just a little bit of booze, some coffee, little bit of oak and vanilla, but fairly light. Really nice smelling, nice smelling Imperial Stout. So let's get a taste. Yeah, well, you get that bourbon right up front, and then it gives away to some dark chocolate, but it's not a dark, bitter chocolate. More of a dark, sweet chocolate, and coffee there. The alcohol is there; it's noticeable, but it's pretty well masked. Getting a little bit of the oak and the vanilla from the barrels. It's almost like a chocolate cake made with espresso and soaked in bourbon. It's just really nice tasting. There are some dark fruits, but they're in the background. Primarily, it's your coffee and your chocolate, and definitely a lot of bourbon. Full-bodied, smooth, silky mouthfeel. Just goes down really easy. When you sip it, you do get an alcohol presence, but doesn't detract in any way. So let me sip on this, and I'll be back in a while. Okay, I'm back. It's been half an hour or so. It's warmed up some. As you can see, there's not a lot gone. I just been really sipping on this slow. This is to me, this is one of those beers that lives up to the hype. I know I've read some comments on different Facebook beer pages that people have tried it before or just trying it for the first time. Don't think it lives up to the hype, but at least in my opinion, and tastes vary, you know. In my opinion, this is one that does. I mean, this is a masterpiece of an Imperial Stout. Everything's there that they say is going to be there, but nothing overwhelms. There's bourbon, good solid bourbon that you can taste, but it's blended well with everything. Nothing overwhelms. You don't get a ton of You don't get a ton of chocolates. You don't get a ton of coffee. You don't get a ton of bourbon. You get a nice even blend of all of those flavors. This is nearly a perfect beer, at least for me, for my taste. You know, I've had comments on some of my videos. Well, I gotta disagree with you. Well, everybody's got different tastes, so yeah, if your taste doesn't jibe with mine, that doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means we have different tastes, and that's a good thing. If everybody had the same taste, it'd be a perfectly boring world, in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to give the and this 2014 edition of Founders highly acclaimed KBS, a flavored stout. It says it's good for everything. Your flavored stout ought to be good for. Ale brewed with chocolate and coffee and aged in bourbon barrels. To me, this is a 10. I mean, it's nearly perfect. It's close enough to me to give it a 10. So 10 out of 10 for this year's edition of Founders KBS. If you like a good stout, I'd recommend grabbing it if you still can, or enjoying it if you already have it. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.